Hey everyone, so I just wanted to talk about Bitcoin, the stock market, and the bond market, and talk about the recent CPI numbers. Okay, so to get started, this is a new drawing that I have for Bitcoin, new framework, and similar to merit circles. So basically, if we get below the red zone, it's very bad. If we get above the teal zone, it's very good for Bitcoin. In the meantime, we're just probably going to be bouncing between the blue and the red like a ping pong ball. And what determines this middle point right here is what determines whether or not we're going to start going up and touching this top part or going down touching this red part. And the proof is that we have many points like this and here where price action has been respected, or price action respects the zone. So recently we got below the gray, and I was like, okay, we're gonna hit the red. Didn't happen. We went back up. Now I think we're gonna hit the blue. So, anyways, this reflects my overall bullish view that 2022 is gonna be a good year for Bitcoin. However, and there is some stuff going on with the economy. It's 7.5% inflation. That's not very good because people, well, if wages don't keep up, that's pretty bad. Also, yields have been rising. Let me go to the 10-year right here. It's been rising pretty steadily and more recently more rapidly, and that's very concerning because it reflects that the economy is probably going to be taking a dive. So this blue line, very important. Basically, it's the 10-year yield versus minus the 2-year yield, and notice that if we get below zero, that's called an inversion. And inversions have historically have been very good at predicting future recessions. And so usually you get a 1 or 2 year heads up with these inversions. So let's go all the way back just to explain. So inversion in 1978, recession, which are these gray shaded areas, recession by January of 1980, right? So inversion August-ish 1980, recession by July 1981, inversion 1988, recession by 1990. And let me just go through all these really quickly. Inversion 1998, inversion 2000. This one it was a little late. So 2 to 3 years was the heads up. The bond market gave us a heads up before a recession happened. So when we look over here, 2006, and then another time in 2006, about 2 years heads up before the global financial crisis. We look back to the more recent ones. The bond market gave us a couple of months head start. August of 2019, we inverted and we had the big crisis, COVID crisis, a couple months later, February 2020. So basically, this is the most important thing that I'm looking at right now. And it's been going down pretty rapidly. And we look at what the numbers are now. Let me pull out my phone calculator. The yield right now for the 10-year is 2.03. Subtract that by the current 2-year price or yields, 1.628. So the spread between the two is 0.402. And that is a big drop. So last time we got 0.58. So if you want to know what 0.40 is, 0.58 would be like here-ish. 0.40 would be like all the way. Holy shit, it's going to be like all the way down here. So imagine that big of a drop happening within a single day. I mean, we're really, really quickly falling. Like, this is a very steep drop back to, we're probably going to invert pretty soon. I think so. So, Bitcoin's going to go up. I think stocks are going to go up. But remember, I think it's going to be a couple months before we invert. But even after we invert, we still have between 1 to 2 years before the recession actually happens. So, in all, we got like 2-3 good years left in the stock market. So last thing I wanted to cover, obviously the stock market as always, if this chart would work. So you guys all know this chart. I think we got like 2-3 good years going on before we start hitting this top zone over here. And then I think, the inversion will happen. euro dollar inversion has already happened, and that usually gives a very bad time for probably around 2024 ish. So I just wanted to say there's a lot of stuff going on, and but I think bad stuff will start happening maybe 2 to 3 years from now. But in the meantime, Bitcoin's gonna go up to whatever it's gonna go up this cycle in 2022. Stock market good, but future bad, but not too bad. I think it's gonna be okay. So CPI, it sucks, but I don't think that's gonna cause the stock market to crash. And if it does, I would be pleasantly surprised. But who knows? I gave up trying to predict inflation and trying to predict what the Fed's going to do. It's no one's going to win that game. So this is my brain dump. I'm probably gonna look back on this video and see how stupid I was. But that's just the video I wanted to show today. I hope you guys like. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.